sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Tar Heel State, where the legacy of the late, great Sam Mills lives on with each pound of the drum. And that means we are ready for football here at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Today, Week 17 is upon us, and we've got a good one in store here, as it'll be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Carolina Panthers. On the visitors' sideline, Seahawks head coach Mike McDonald. His guys flew across the country for this one. Always tough to play in the early slate of games when making that trek. His counterpart on the other side, the Panthers' Dave Canales. His guys ready to feed off the energy in this building as they try to win one in front of the home crowd. Charles and I have been looking forward to this one all week. And off we go from Uptown Charlotte. Nifty move. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. As we take a peek at Sam Darnold, the former USC Trojan and third pick in the 2018 draft.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some, they threw it accurately. One touchdown pass. He didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
Now you get a look at their key inactives for this week's game, and Charles, clearly you don't want to have any of these guys unavailable, especially when you're where they're at fighting for a playoff spot.
I agree because the postseason is on the line, so you've got to overcome the injuries and find a way to win. And the only way to do that, the guys available have to step up. What's that mantra in the NFL? Next man up. This is their opportunity.
First down. A gain of 15. First down, Seahawks.
Faking the give, Darnold. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Darnold from the gun. Now he's going to step up and run. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. The shotgun snap for Darnold. Worth in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2.
First down. An 8-yard pickup. First down, Seattle.
The Seahawks at 12 and 3 now on the year, and they've certainly found their groove of late. Winners of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely playing their best football right now. This is the best that we've seen them play in a long time, partner. Sky's the limit as far as they're concerned. Their confidence really soaring.
11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the Panthers' 27-yard line.
Up the middle, here's Walker. Runs over. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Brought down at the 26.
Well, this defense for the Panthers, they were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down.
Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Nick Scorton in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways, and right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week, and we just saw their first one of this game.
On comes the Seahawk kicker here on 4th down. It's Jason Myers. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. Myers' kick is good. And the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. So here now are the Panthers for their first drive of the game. And they'll be led out by their quarterback now in his 3rd season in the league.
And I thought in last week's game, he found a way to win like a good pitcher without his best stuff. I mean, he did throw 2 interceptions, offset by 1 touchdown pass. Not the ratio, not the numbers you're really looking for as a QB. But finding a way to win, that's all that really matters.
And the Panthers first down.
Now here's Young. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT.
Tariq Woolen on the coverage.
Now Young. To the right side, hauled in by McMillan. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20. Young. He's got his tight end. It's Tommy Tremble. This now a 3rd and 4.
16 yards on the play.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Here's Young. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Panthers first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They go play action. Young. He'll get this to his running back, Dowdle. They'll come up 2nd and 7.
Out of bounds at the 46-yard line. It's a pickup.
Throwing. Young.
They'll
run the screen with Hubbard. Fighting his way through contact. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They run here with Rico Dowdle. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. They run again with Dowdle. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 14.
Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play call, you go through all this stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. They'll try to throw now. Young. To the flat, that's complete to his running back. And this carry, despite the good move, will be stopped short of the 10. Here's 3rd and 9.
Brings up 3rd and 10.
Young now. And this will be caught by his big wide receiver. And they're able to corral him right around the 8, and that's short of the first down.
4th down.
On 4th down on is Ryan Fitzgerald for the Carolina field goal. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And this one is right through. And that will tie us at 3-3. So matching field goals on our opening 2 drives.
Yeah, it feels like 2 boxers feeling each other out here in the early going of the game, right? Exchanging some jabs, but none of the heavy stuff just yet.
Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the pick, and he takes it into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery and a touchdown for the Panthers. So problems here on special teams, and it results in the scoop and the score.
They talk all the time on special teams about keeping your head on a swivel, trying to see the whole field. Hard to do when things are going that fast, bodies all over the place. You're just trying to find the right guy to align yourself with. On that play, wow.
Ryan Fitzgerald now to add the extra point. And it is up. And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now.
Seahawks 3.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30. The Seahawks offense, led by their running back, headed out for the second possession. As we take a look at the league leaders in receiving touchdowns, he is right up there amongst the best in the NFL. Here's Walker to start the drive. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. The numbers for Walker last week: 18 carries, 63 yards.
And they've already clinched the playoff berth, so I'm eager to see how they approach this game because some teams' philosophy is to go ahead and get guys out. Other teams' philosophy, continue to do what you're doing best. I expect them to go ahead and use their top guys all the way through this one.
So roughing the passer penalty, never one that you like to see.
Not at all, especially when you're in that final push of the season. You can't afford to get your quarterback hurt before the playoffs roll around, and we know they'll be here before you know it.
That'll be caught by Cup. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50.
Out of bounds at the 50-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Off of play action, Darnold. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Well, let's check on the call. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Now it's Darnold. Looking for Cooper Kupp again, 2 in a row. They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd down.
Back to throw, Darnold. And he is caught. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Now Darnold. And he's unable to haul it in. So it falls incomplete over the middle 3rd of the field. And that brings up 4th. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. Yeah, he was looking for the check-up bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down.
Panthers, 1st down. 1st and 10.
His first carry of their 2nd drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their 1st drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 16 carries, 79 yards, and a touchdown.
And when you measure numbers for the guys that carry the football, it's not just the yardage. How many times do they ring the bell? How many times they get into the end zone? And now that he has 15 for the year, everyone gets to celebrate, starting with his offensive line.
47 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. Young will set to throw. A short throw held in by Trimble. Here's 2nd and 7.
Out of bounds at the 48-yard line. It's a pickup of 3.
Young to throw it.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Man, and he hits him in stride. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Young to throw it. Got a man, that's Liggett. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down.
That's another Panthers first down. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Again, it's Young. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up
Straight ahead with Hubbard.
at the Seahawks 20-yard line.
He'll get forward for 3 down the 16-yard line. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
Third down.
Young takes it on the sneak. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Oh, Young loses it. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Hey, we can push ball security all we want here, but how about that effort on defense? Excellent job inside the red zone. Just took away at least 3 points by forcing that fumble.
The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. They'll take over deep in their own end after the fumble recovery as they start 1st and 10. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 4-yard line.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. 10-3 our score after 1 here on EA Sports. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Here's Darnold. And that is incomplete. Boy, did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down.
Dixon to punt for the Seahawks.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. On the run, it's Dowdle. And he stopped immediately there. 2nd and 10.
On the tackle. No gain on
Young now from the 50.
A
short throw hauled in by Trimble. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Now Young. They'll find McMillan here. And he is going to have the Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the Panthers first down. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
A running play. It's Dowdle. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
A loss of a yard.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
41-yard line.
To throw, Young. They'll set up the screen here for Hubbard. And he is going to lose yardage here. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway.
First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
No daylight for him to run through there, and he ran into the defensive tackle, and that guy blocks a whole lot of daylight as it is. He is truly a big man who just made a big play.
Now Young. This is caught by McMillan. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and...
Now here's Young. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. And his kick is indeed good. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And, Charles, you look at these two teams, and these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games because here we've got 2 division leaders, both real contenders for the NFC title. And you're right, you love having easy games on your schedule, but you need some games like this to toughen you up a bit and ensure that you're ready for the shock of playoff football.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Throwing quickly, Darnold, that's complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
And the Seahawks first down. A gain of 7. First down, Seahawks.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. Throw out wide to Walker. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
Out of bounds at the 46-yard line. It's a gain of 5.
Running right, here's Walker. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38.
15 yards.
It's a gain of 15. First down, Seahawks.
Seahawks first down. First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
On the give, here's Charbonnet. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. As it complete to Jackson Smith and Jigba. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2.
A gain of 9.
Play action. It's Darnold. He'll try to pick it up himself. He'll be able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
Like any team playing, they're looking for touchdowns to try and help their cause. But in this case, he does get them a little closer at least if they think a field goal turns out to be the better call here.
It's a 47-yard field goal try from here, but instead they're going to opt to go for it on 4th down. They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
Looking middle, and he finds McMillan. Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and
Young off the play fake. That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense, and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
And he is going to have the Panthers 1st down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7.
Panthers 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
They run here with Dowdle. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Throwing Young. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 11.
Young. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Call it a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now.
Sam Martin in punt formation.
On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. Back deep, Rashid Shaheed. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. That'll go down as just a 20-yard punt. And it'll be Seahawk football 1st and 10. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so. I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
Off of play action, Darnold. Gets this complete to Shaheed. And they move this all the way down to the 9. It's a gain of 34.
That's another Seahawks 1st down. 1st and goal, Seattle.
So often when we're watching a football game, we see one with a lot of ebbs and flows, and this one is no different. And sometimes you just need a big play to wake you up a bit. And they get one right there. That shot of caffeine this offense was looking for.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
Darnold. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. And this pass broken up. But the contact well timed there. And now 4th down. Now here's Jason Myers. He gets set for the Seahawk field goal. This will be spotted at the 20, so it's a 30-yard attempt. Myers' kick is good. And they will cut the lead back down to a touchdown now at 13-6. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Panthers offense and Bryce Young headed back onto the field. And he's had things all his way in this first half. The numbers sensational as he'll look to add to them with another drive here. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. Young now. Looking middle, and that's complete. Here's 3rd and 3. Looking to throw, Young. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Now the punter, Sam Martin, called on to kick it away here. And now a high kick here as they'll try to cover this one. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. Back to throw, Darnold. Throw left side complete. That's Walker. Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd down and 3.
Into gain 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Now Darnold. Setting up the screen here. This is Walker. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
A gain of 3 yards. That's good for the Seahawks. First down.
Now it's Darnold. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. So holding on the offense, they go ahead and decline the penalty, and the ball will change hands on the fumble recovery. They'll start by running the option to the right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage.
A 7-yard.
He'll pick up 7 there on the first down keeper. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now a flag comes in from the umpire after a gain of about 4. And this looks like it's going to be holding. So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
Young to throw it. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack. And this is a quarterback who's already had success on the ground in this first half, but this time they're able to hem him in.
And it's always different when you rush a mobile quarterback as opposed to a guy you know will be right back in the pocket. In this case, you got to make sure the inside pressure and the outside pressure match, and maybe even a second wave to make sure if he squirts free, you've got someone to tackle him. Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that one makes this a 10-point game at 16-6. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they have the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, their offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. And incomplete. An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches. Here's Darnold. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Darnold. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because that incompletion's on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the 1st half. If you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're going to have to.
And that's good for a gain of 6. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Michael Dixon now to punt. He's been a busy man here in this 1st half as he gets it away. It'll be called just a 22-yard punt, certainly not what he wanted. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Halftime coming up. Let's get you down to Orlando and our buddy Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the 3rd quarter as we're ready to kick off the 2nd half. Back out to our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Scott, thanks very much. And we welcome all of you back here on EA Sports for quarter number 3. Oh, good-looking return set up here. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the 3rd quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line can play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the 1st half.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. 70 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign. To the right side, hauled in by McMillan. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. No gain on the play. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. Young takes it on the sneak. And he is going to have a Panthers 1st down, at least at first glance, as they'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Young to throw it this time. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Here's Young. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Sets up 4th down.
Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for Carolina. And now a high kick here as he'll try to hang it up there. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Looking to put a drive together. Hands it to Walker to begin the series. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Kenneth Walker with now 15 rushing touchdowns on the year. And the Seahawks have cut it back within a score. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And it pushes way forward to about the 32. From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd down and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd down.
There's that man again. It's complete. So nothing doing there. And now it's 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Now Young. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
The Seahawks offense and Kenneth Walker set to take over once more. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the topic of the halftime talk for this defense. We've got to find a way to slow him down. That's probably what they're saying. But nothing that they have done has worked so far. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards. Everybody was coming on the blitz that time, and they got home.
And you know the expression, hat on a hat, in terms of blocking, trying to keep your quarterback protected? Well, if you don't have enough hats, that's the end result. Your quarterback goes down, and sometimes he goes down hard.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Now a high kick, almost a pooch punt. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers offense and running back Rico Dowdle headed back onto the field. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. There's Trimble, the tight end. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now we've got a 3rd and 4. They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. Third down, Young from the gun. He'll try and do this himself. And he'll go out of bounds after taking a little throw down inside the 40. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now Young. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it.
Brings up 2nd and 9 on the Seahawks.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he's going to get this pretty close to a 1st down as the tackle is made at the Seahawks 28. 3rd and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends. Young takes it on the sneak. And he is going to have the Panthers 1st down, at least at first glance, as they'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
A gain of 4.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd and 6.
At the 24-yard line.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1? Now here's Young. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
A 49-yard attempt.
And this one is right down the middle. And that will double their lead as it's up to 6.
19.
So 3 points, response there to that opening touchdown of this 3rd quarter.
And that's an important 3, both in terms of adding to your lead, but also letting the other guys know you're not going to just come out in the 2nd half and take over.
And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has now received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Now following the sack, Darnold and Carolina left with a 3rd and long. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. They'll get this one to come complete. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on for the 5th time here today. And now a high kick trying to pin him back. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. Well, not good at all. Punted just 24 yards there. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And a hard-earned yard there as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's 2nd down.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Off the play fake, Young. And this is dropped. Oh, my goodness, there was no one around him, but he took his eye off it, and it falls incomplete. Young to throw it. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Panthers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
the 47-yard line.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. A tackle made by Boye Mafe.
46-yard line.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
To throw, Young. Looking deep downfield. And it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in.
9 yards to go.
Oh, that's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Young will set to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A big play there on the catch and run. And it'll result in a fresh set of downs.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well.
And he will take it across for Panthers touchdown. Chuba Hubbard with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, 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 and finally the haymaker to put that drive away.
And he is not going to get in there. He stopped short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. Following the touchdown, this is Fitzgerald now to send this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. And out now come the Seahawks. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They got to get going.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 35-yard line.
He's going to lead this for his running back. It's complete. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Darnold. A solid stiff arm. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards.
A gain of 34 yards. And the Seahawks first down.
It's not often that you'll find offensive and defensive guys that'll agree on much, but one place they find common ground, you've got to protect or attack the middle of the field. And no one was there. What a big play, moving it downfield.
2nd down in the yard.
24-yard line. A gain of 9.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 147 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Play action. It's Darnold. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. Darnold now to throw. Over the middle, finding Smith and Jigba. He's down inside the 10 to the 8, and it comes on a gain of 8.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 8-yard line.
Darnold. Now he's going to step up and run. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Sam Darnold, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter.
Hey, you're down on the scoreboard, but now your offense is in close, and this is where, as a quarterback, you say, I've got to make a play here. Doesn't matter whether it's a pinpoint throw or a scramble like this one. He takes matters into his own hands and delivers a touchdown run.
The kick is good.
Myers connects on the PAT. 3 quarters have come and gone. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back now in Charlotte, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. Taking it about the 1. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Carolina offense about ready to go. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. 1st down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Young. And the Seahawk defense gets to him and they bring him down. Ernest Jones, the linebacker, with a sack.
Well, that was an interesting little chess match there because the offense went empty set. No running backs in the backfield, so they're trying to get people out into a route pretty quickly. But guess what? The defense sees that. They go ahead and move themselves into a blitzing situation and come right after the quarterback. They had more guys there than they could block.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. No gain at all on the play there, and that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Sam Martin now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And that will come the offense as they take over. The visitors' offense and Sam Darnold headed back out there. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. That one too wide and incomplete.
It's 2nd down and 10.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. The shotgun snap for Darnold. That'll be caught by Cobb. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. Now Darnold. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2.
That's good for a Seahawks 1st down. A gain of 9 yards. 1st down, Seahawks.
Straight ahead, Walker. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
A play fake, and it's Darnold. He'll get this complete to the tight end Barner. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
Facing a 2nd and 6 from the 8.
2nd and 6.
Back to throw, Darnold. This is caught. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And it'll leave him with 3rd and a full yard to go. Now Darnold keeps it. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2.
It's a gain of a yard. And the Seahawks, first down.
Well, they pick it up on 3rd and 1 on the quarterback sneak, and that's not easily done because there are extra bodies in there on the defensive side, and they're moving forward at the snap.
I was certainly expecting a handoff, weren't you?
Yeah, I totally was. I thought they'd go with a back, maybe try and get a lead blocker in front. But as you talk about in different games, those guys with confidence in their offensive line, they just want to move forward and get it.
Walker once more. And this time he's in. Touchdown, Seattle.
Sometimes offense can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
They're going to throw for the 2 with Darnold. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead.
25.
So that effort gives him a 3-point cushion and guarantees that a field goal going forward won't beat them.
Yeah, that's really good strategy because that's all you care about. Not getting beat at this stage, at least give your team a fighting chance.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. Young's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll set up to throw. That one complete till again. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. From the shotgun, it's Young. A short throw hauled in by Trimble. It'll go as a gain of 4. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
3rd down.
Facing some long odds here if they hope to convert as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage. And it is caught. And he'll get this one right on just shy of the 45-yard line. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
He was tackled at the 46-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Looking to throw, Young. And that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Young. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with nothing to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. Here's Sam Martin now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the fourth quarter. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now it's Darnold. Setting up the screen here. This is Walker. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
For a Seahawks first down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Still needing 10 yards. Now it's 3rd down. Here's Darnold. And that is incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. From the 31, here's a 2nd and 9. Young now. They'll find McMillan here. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
A gain of 12 yards. And the Panthers first down.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Young. Got a man. That's the gap. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. 94 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
There's a short throw caught by Sanders. First target, first catch at a first down.
That's another Panthers first down.
And they'll run on 1st down with Hubbard. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line.
13 yards.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 18.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 1.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And the Panthers are going to have a first and goal as he's inside the 10, down to the 7-yard line.
10 yards. And the Panthers first down. First and goal at the 7-yard line.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Jatavion Sanders from 6 yards away. And the Panthers have taken a fourth-quarter lead. Had the option to hand that one off or run it himself, but instead, a really easy, quick pass.
I like the way they made a decisive decision and get it right to the receiver. One move later, he's in the end zone.
Fitzgerald now for the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And the end result, a Panthers touchdown. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Seahawks take back over. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. 6 yards there on the keeper. It's second down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and 4 at the 32-yard line.
To throw is Darnold. He'll get this one to Cup, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Here's second down. Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding goal.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
That's a gain of 2.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They face a critical third down now, needing a score here in the late going. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
And that's the downside of taking these big shots because they're definitely lower percentage plays. And now you look up, and it's fourth down. So not only do you have to worry about getting big yardage, you also need to just keep the game alive.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. So now it may look bleak, but this one not over. They do have all 3 timeouts.
Even at this point on the field, where it looks like, you're really backed up.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Young. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Young to throw. That one complete to Ligon. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. We'll see where they go for this play call. Obviously tough in this spot, backed up. Now Young. To the sideline and incomplete.
The frustration evident there because he couldn't find anyone on third down, and he left no doubt that he was throwing that one away.
Ryan Fitzgerald on for the Panther field goal. A 48-yard attempt.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that'll make this a 7-point game. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
So now Darnold and the Seahawks down by 7, less than 90 seconds to go. Their 5-game winning streak hanging in the balance here. Now Darnold. And Walker has it. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice game.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Here's Darnold.
At the 38-yard line.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 3 yards to go.
Darnold to throw. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's 4th.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
They'll run for it. It's Walker. And a pretty good burst there as they get this across midfield and down to the 46. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. They'll come up now on 2nd down. Darnold. Oh, and that nearly ended it. That should have been intercepted, but he cannot corral it, and that is a lifeline there with 3rd down coming up. Darnold now to throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 34-yard line.
A gain of 17 yards. That's good.
And the spike will come with 34 seconds to go. Just over 30 seconds remain. Here's 2nd and 10 now. Darnold. Over the middle and complete to Shaheed. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. Now it's Darnold. He'll find Shaheed out to the right. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
It's a gain of 9.
Now Darnold.
2nd and a yard.
Now he'll tuck this and run. And that'll be incomplete with a penalty flag here on the field. And I'm not sure he was still behind the line when he let that thing go. Yeah, we kind of sensed that one. He got a little too far forward before throwing, and that one will set them back.
And remember, the NFL level, being aware of where the line of scrimmage is crucial. And here's the other part. Any part of the quarterback's body that's near that line of scrimmage, he's going to get the benefit of the doubt. So he was clearly over the line.
That's to the sideline and incomplete.
Covered by J.C. Horn.
So it looks like somebody may have forgotten the snap count, and a 5-yard penalty ensues. Here comes 2nd down. Back to throw. The throw out wide going to be incomplete. This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. And he is dropped. But we do have a penalty marker on the field. Let's get the call. No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now. 4th down, and for Darnold, it's desperation time. That is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. Down to a knee goes Young, and that should be the final act in this one. Well, we all just got a heck of a show, partner. This was a close game for a long time. Close at half, close down the stretch. Home team finds a way to get it done, a narrow victory.
Yeah, they finished with a flourish, didn't they? Because there were times where each side looked like they were the better team out there. And the outcome was in doubt for much of this game. Every snap seemingly more important than the previous one. Great effort from the guys visiting. But in the end, how about those guys in their home stadium finding a way to win?
So for the Panthers, they get the critical victory to move them to 9-7 now. The Panthers are winners here as we say so long from Charlotte.